that awkward moment where you know you're live, but you still have to adjust the camera just like a hair. Okay, there we go. Alright, yeah, so hey guys, Courtney Mermaid here, and welcome to another Tail Talk Tuesday, my weekly live stream where we get to talk about all things mermaid. And the wig is back. I swear I'm not going to wear it for every single one, but I fixed it. And I had to share the fact that, like, it stays on my head now. So I did take off the bottom little fork thing, and it's actually under here now. So it fits, it sits, it goes. It does push my ears out a little bit, which is a little annoying because I can feel it, but aside from that, I'm happy, which means it's gonna work for Fan Expo, I hope. I pray. I'm still trying to make it look a little bit more natural. The curls have like straightened quite a bit, but anyways. It's all very exciting, I know, just what you really have been waiting all day to hear me. Why isn't my light on? Did I turn that on? Why? Why? There! Light! It's exciting! Okay. Oh, look at all my peoples joining me in the chat. I gotta figure out a way to record what you guys are saying on the side so I can, like, maybe, like, go and edit it at some point, like, overlay, or I don't know. It'd be cool because it seems kind of weird. Like, anybody watching this after this has actually been live is just, like, watching me talk to who we don't know who. That's why I try and read out your names when I go through the comments and questions and stuff, so. Alrighty, so welcome Tony, FD, welcome back. We missed you last week. Wasn't the same without you. Oh man, yeah, happy Tail Talk Tuesday, everybody. Snoopy, you're on vacation. Nice. Is it like a staycation or are you like traveling? For me, I'm a staycation type person. I'm a fall on the couch and just kind of stay there type person. Why is iTunes? Go away, iTunes. I don't want to do this right now. Like, I love it when I'm trying to stream and, like, notifications are like, hey, look, stuff. And I'm like, nah, go away. Meh. Welcome, Tabitha. Happy Tail Talk. It's all very exciting. This is actually the first time in a while where I've sat down and been like, I haven't got a plan. Oops. I do actually have something to announce, though. Super special. Hey, Anook, welcome, welcome. Remember when I said I was thinking of doing something special for Halloween and I wasn't really sure what I wanted to do? Because this year, Tail Talk Tuesday is gonna be on Halloween. So Faith on the bass, if you know her, she's Nerdmaid Faith. She is going to be a special guest on my channel for Halloween. So we're gonna attempt to stream for her Instagram and stream here. I'm not sure how we're gonna make that work. If we're gonna have one on Wi-Fi or whatnot, I'll have to see how my internet does because I don't want either of them to be like crappy. Like I want it to be good quality. But yeah, so Nerdmaid Faith is gonna be joining us. We're gonna be talking about stuff. It's gonna be super exciting. I am like mega pumped. And so yeah, so definitely tune in for that if you're able to, if you're like us and don't have anything else really awesome to do on Halloween. Yeah, so there you go. What are you working at? Really? What is it? So serious. Seriously? Can we take it down from like here to here, please? You want to come say a quick hello to everybody? Is that what you want? Quick, come. Hop, hop, hop. Whoa! Okay, guys, get your Alfie fix in, quick. This is all very serious. Alfie, what's going on? Alfie, what's going on? Okay. Do you guys want to see something really funny? Do you want to hear Alfie sing? I don't know if I can make him do it, but if you want to hear him sing, let me know. Because it's pretty funny. I can get my dog to sing, so... Somebody is saying it's loud, but it's cute. He's like, okay, guys. They want to hear you sing, Bubba. Are you ready? You gonna sing? Do you want to sing? Ow! You gonna do it? Okay, one more. Okay, you're welcome for that, guys. Okay, that's it. There you go. That is my dog singing. All right. Bye, guys. He's so dramatic. It's ridiculous. He thinks there's somebody at the door. It's just my neighbors being loud, but that's in typical neighbor fashion. Okay, so scrolling up, I'm on vacation, so Snoopy's on vacation, awesome, in a different state, excellent, excellent. Snoopy, be Ahsoka, Ahsoka Tano, since you like Star Wars. Okay, so first of all, yes, Star Wars, but second of all, and I just realized I did actually promise I was going to show you guys my Halloween costume. No, the wig's not part of my Halloween costume. That's actually my Halloween costume, right there. So I got the rest of it, and the boots are, I hope my phone doesn't fall off my tripod, because, oh my god. Okay, the boots are down there. I've had those boots forever. My grandmother made me this. This I actually picked up at Value Village, and I had to make some modifications, and I had to iron it because, no. Anyways, so yes, I am going as a Jedi, and Alfie, and then my pants and stuff are here. The pants and the tank top I have to wear underneath it because the tunic is a bit big on me. Oh. But yes, and Alfie's going as a Wookiee, so that's really exciting. He's actually, it's going to be a two-part costume, because my husband and I work at the same company, and Alfie comes to work with us, and so they do a costume contest, and Alfie's going to go as Batman for Eric's costume, and Eric's going as Commissioner Gordon. And yes, he's been growing out his facial hair, and oh my god. And then Alfie will be a Wookiee for my costume, so this is the first year we haven't, like, coordinated all of our efforts. And no, I don't want to go as a mermaid, and if anybody else asks me to go as a mermaid and wear my tail, I think I'm gonna lose my mind. Hashtag things not to say to somebody who considers themselves kind of a mermaid type thing. Anyways, so I'm super pumped for Halloween. I'm really excited about that. Was there anything else I actually had to tell you guys? I feel like there was something else I'm forgetting. But yes, I'm super excited to have Nerdmaid Faith on my channel. She is super awesome, and I really love her channel. If you haven't checked her out, she's Faith on the Base, or she's also Base on the Faith. I think she's both accounts. One is for, like, her review videos and stuff, and then the other one is, I think, more of just, like, her adventures as a mermaid. So somebody made a comment that it wasn't her in one of them, and I'm pretty sure they're both hers. I don't think, like, one's a fake account, but yeah, I'm pretty sure they're both her. Yes, so Alfie, the singing weirdo, it's pretty awesome. Oh, I'm glad you guys like my costume. I should be Poison Ivy. You know, yeah, I don't know. I was thinking there were a lot of different things I could have gone as, but I just, like, we sit all day, and I just really wanted to be comfortable, you know what I mean? Like, but see, Tabitha gets it, right? I agree with you there. No asking us to go as ourselves for Halloween, right? That's totally a thing. It's also because, like, I don't work on, like, I mean, there's an elevator, yeah, but how am I getting around in a mermaid tail? Like, hello, I would have, like, Eric would have to be there to carry me around the whole time, and I mean, that's not really fair to him, right? And it's heavy and it's awkward. How am I gonna sit with my feet under the desk? Like, am I right? I don't know. So, yes. That's also why I had a comment on one of my videos about why I use a dryland monofin. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, I can show you really quick. They're just basically foam replicas. And if I can actually get to it, I can't. Can I reach it? Oh my god. I'm behind the camera right now. Give me 1 second, I'm coming right back. Okay. So, because I have a couple of, like, deficiencies and a couple of health issues, I can't, like, my feet and my ankles and stuff, my knees can't support the weight of the monofin as it is on dry land for, like, extended periods of time. So if just for, like, a little bit, it's totally fine. And if yeah, if I'm in the water, it's obviously fine. But, like, if I have to sit, and I have, like, if as a, you know, professional mermaid when I used to do gigs and stuff, I would be required to sit with kids, look comfortable, and be like, oh my god, my feet are gonna cramp and die. So basically what a dryland monofin is, this is the wet, this is the true monofin, the real deal, right? My Luna, my baby, my love, which is actually still the most comfortable monofin in the world ever, but it is quite heavy out of the water, so, this is the dryland version of it. So it's basically, it's foam. And what it means is I can wear super plush, comfortable socks, so my feet are warm, because here in Canada, it's an ice box, pretty much. Oops, I'm stuck. Ah! I'm being eaten by monofins, ah! So there's that, right? And I'm gonna have to figure out what to do with the ears, though. That's the only thing left. I wonder if I can cut off the bottom part of that. I don't know. I don't know. This has been like the epic wig trial. You guys have been my guinea pigs to see how long I can stand wearing a wig. Yeah, so that's why. But, hang on, what do I missed here? Wheelchair all day. No, thank you. Nope. I'm good. It's too claustrophobic too, because tails, like the tails I make are meant to be like, you get to swim in, right? They're tight. Like, it's not something that you just chill in, just, you know, all day, right? So, Anouk, Courtney, I sent you a gift a couple of weeks ago. I guess it hasn't arrived yet. Oh, I haven't actually been to check my P.O. box because I never get anything. What? I will have to go check my P.O. box this week. Okay, I will do that. I will go check my P.O. box. That's awesome. I actually it was the most upsetting thing when I very first set up my P.O. box. I actually put the address on all my videos wrong. It's right now. So I mean, God willing, I've corrected it on all of them, but yeah, so somebody had said they had sent me something and it never got to me, and they were like, oh, what? And then I double checked. I checked the box number, I talked to the guys at Canada Post, the whole thing, and then I found out, I was like, oh, that was a typo. You know? So it's all right now, but yeah, I guess I don't really talk about it that much, but I do have a P.O. box. It should be in the description box below, not sort of, I think down there somewhere, wherever it is. Okay, so Larissa Maslin, I hope I'm not butchering that. I apologize if I am. Do I like the movie Aquamarine? Which one was that again? That's the one with the girl with that was like the first of the really Aquamarine, of the really long looking tails, wasn't it? It was, hello, movie, Mermaid. Give me the thing so I can see what I'm looking at here. Oh, yes. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I can't remember. I think I've seen it like once, and I saw it probably when it came out a long time ago. I think it was cute. I don't know. I think I may have been a bit older than their target audience, so I'm not sure if I appreciated it to the full kind of spectrum of everything. I'm kind of holding out for like a more sort of my age kind of mermaid sort of adventure, something like a little more serious. Nobody takes mermaids seriously, you know what I mean? But I did like the design for the tail. I thought the tail was really pretty. You know, it's had some cute moments. I did enjoy it, so I'd have to watch it. Maybe I'll watch it again. Maybe I'll appreciate it more if I watch it again. I'll add it back to the list, the mermaid list, the ever-growing list of things that I need to watch and read, and oh man. Okay, now I'm sorry if I say this wrong. Is it Niara? How did I get into mermaiding? Oh boy, that's a good one. This is a long story. I really should do a video just to talk about this because, yeah, it's pretty epic. So the whole thing started when my mom used to take me swimming as a little kid. We used to go swimming. There was a hotel pool that used to be open more to the public. And we would go there and we would swim and pretend that we were, you know, whales and dolphins and doing whatever and having a good time. And of course I loved The Little Mermaid, right, which actually has inspired both of my careers, so my art career and my mermaid career. And then of course Splash became a thing, and then I was starting to think, like, as a teenager, I was like, Mom, there's gotta be a way, like, how are people, you know, making these tales, like, for movies, like, how are they doing this? And my mom being my mom, who, I mean, you don't know my mom maybe, but she's the kind of person who, like, finds answers for things. Right? I mean, I don't know how she does it, but she dragged me down to the big library that we have here in Vancouver, and in downtown Vancouver, and we went in and we just grabbed every book we could on, like, costume making and mermaiding, not mermaiding specifically, but like mermaids, anything that had mermaids in it, like related to it, like, you know, history and mythology and the whole shebang. And I came across a picture of the mermaid, Miranda, you know, the shot, the tail coming around, she's got, like, the baby and stuff, and anyways, we saw that, and I'm not sure, it kind of ended there for a while, but it always, like, been in the back of my mind, and then in, like, 2006, I was like, okay, this is how we do. There's got to be, I got flippers, like this really crappy pair of flippers from like London Drugs or something. If you don't know London Drugs, it's just like a pharmacy kind of store. And we cut up a dress of mine, like an old dress from a piano recital that I did when I was like, I don't know, like 13 or something. We cut that up, we turned it into it. I still have it. It's in somewhere. I moved, my whole workstation got moved around, so yeah, and then we did that, and then came the next tail. My grandma had some 50-year-old, and I'm not kidding, 50-year-old fabric. She's like, hey, this is stretchy, do you want it? Let's give it a go. Then there was the blue tail, and thus it all kind of began. And then I found out about Hannah Fraser, and I saw her earliest videos of her swimming in that beautiful, incredible silver tail. And then I came across the World Mermaid Awards, which was going to be the first, or which was the first mermaid meetup in Las Vegas, which I went to, which was really amazing. And then ever since that, I was hooked, you know? That was pretty much the beginning of the end there. Like, I made a new tail specifically for that, that event. I dragged my mom along with me. We had a really good time. But yeah, that was a pretty crazy experience, but that's how I got into it, you know? It was kind of this thing, like, I was really sick at the time. I had, you know, I had gone through some health stuff, and it was actually right at that time that I, found Hannah Fraser online with these videos on YouTube. And I was like, wow, I want to do that. I'm gonna do that somehow. I'm gonna do that. And that's how it kind of happened. So, yeah, that was the excitement, you guys. All very serious. I'll probably like script something nice and get all my facts and details and put some photos together. Maybe do a proper video, because I do get asked that a lot. Like, what's my origin story? Am I right? So, okay, here we go. Where did I get to? Larissa, unicorn plus mermaid equals perfect couple, both aqua blue. Life as a fishy mermaid. Hello, it's Van City Coral. Oh, hey, welcome, welcome. You got another channel, excellent. I'm just gonna go scope it out super quick, because this is what I do. This is what I do. Oh, I'm gonna be your first subscriber. Oh, that's cute. I love it. Let it begin. I'm pumped. Sweet. Okay, where did I get to? Okay, am I going to any of the mermaid meetups? So there's two BC mermaid meetups happening this coming weekend, and unfortunately you guys always put them during times I cannot go. So I have a Halloween get together on the first night, and then the second night, or the second day, I already have plans that day that I can't get out of, so I'm very sad. This keeps happening. I basically, Sundays are always a no-go, but everything good seems to happen on the Sundays. It makes me sad, but that's life. That's life. Okay. Oop, oh my gosh. Why? Why does it have to jump ahead? Snoopy, they need to make a dark mermaid movie like in the old stories of killing sailors. I actually have a story, and I was writing, like, again, I went to animation school. Like, film is what I do, but I'm not a writer, you know? In my head, I'm a writer, right? Like, I come up with all kinds of crazy stories and ideas and stuff, and I do have an idea that I was working on way back when I was still in school. It's probably started at, like, 2007, and, maybe I'll turn it into something one day. Who knows? Maybe it'll happen. Latu's Belly Dancers. Alola, welcome, welcome. Oh, Anook, you gotta go. We'll see you next time. Niara, Snoopy, didn't Pirates of the Caribbean do that? Yes, they did. I was bummed that Pirates of the Caribbean used CG tails for all of it. I feel like there were still, at the time, like, even though it was a while ago, there's lots of great tail makers out that could have done something, just so at least for the close-up shots, where she'd be, like, on the rocks, or in the tank, or the whatever, at least it would have looked like a little bit, less CG. Yeah. Okay. Oh, excuse me. I don't mean to yawn. I'm tired. I forgot that it was Tail Talk Tuesday, guys. I was stuffing my face with popcorn, and at 7:30 I was like, oh my god! Go! Crap. Okay, is it Toriel or Tauriel? I'm not, I think Toriel? The Element Mer Fairy. That's awesome. Hi, Courtney. I'm a beginner Mer Fairy, and I live in Adams, Massachusetts, USA, and my mer name is, and I'm hoping I'm saying it right, Tauriel. The Element Mer Fairy. I love that. That's very pretty. Very pretty. Welcome, welcome. Tabitha, my pod always swims on Sundays, and it just kills me because I work on Sundays. I know, right? Man, it always bums me out, and I always get messages like, hey, are you coming? And I'm like, fine. I'm never coming with. It's terrible. Okay, Larissa, what's the best mermaid song? Celtic. Do you mean like my favorite mermaid song or mermaid music? I have a lot of like mermaid themed music that I listen to. I have a pretty massive playlist. I want to refine it though, because some I just ended up in there because they're part of like an album that has mermaidy-esque music in it, and it's not like my favorite. But I have so much mermaid music. Don't you freaking dare. I will put you in those little pants. I swear I will. He's determined. He's like, Ma, I'm gonna bark. Look at me, Ma. Such a weirdo. I mean, seriously. Alright, Tony, first rule of Hollywood, if all else fails, CG the crap out of it. Boy, ain't that the truth. Who was it? Who was it that said it now? There's nothing that can replace, like, good foundation, good fundamentals, good, solid, like, reality. You know what I mean? Like, this is even true in, like, in my line of work, what I do, I mean, above and beyond mermaiding. You know, in the animation industry, very often people don't pay enough attention to, like, form and structure, and I've got pieces of popcorn stuck in my teeth. And, like, the good foundations, the good building blocks, and then what they'll do is they'll be like, oh, and then just color the crap out of it digitally. And you're sitting there and they're like, oh, look at this masterpiece. And sure, the colors are really nice, but it's just like the foundations just aren't there. And you're like, oh, it would have been so much better if you'd just taken a few more minutes. Make it better. Okay. Oh, Van City, have a good night. Aw, at least you have a pod. Aw, and here. Aww. My favorite, okay, Sylvester, what? First of all, howdy. Second of all, what's my favorite horror movie? Oh my gosh, that's a hard one, because I have a lot of favorite horror movies. That's actually really hard. I think The Descent is one of my favorites. Also, I'd like to preface this by saying, if you were the younger side of my audience, please just, like, these are, like, hardcore scary movies. So, yes, be aware. I also really, really loved the new It, 2017 It. I thought was incredible. I thought it was so dang good. What else do I like? I love like 28 Days Later. I'm sorry, he's gonna keep doing that. It's frustrating. He keeps thinking there's somebody at the door, and no amount of me, like, Alfie's not the kind of dog. Alphonse, come. I'm gonna just 1 second. Just 1 second, guys. 1 second. Okay, so, for those of you who don't know, I also run a pet channel. And things to know about some dogs. Some dogs do not respond well to just yelling at them. Alfie, come! Look at that! What's that? Is that for you? Sit. Good boy. And Alfie is definitely one of those dogs. Alfie's not the kind of dog you can just scream no at, or just be like, knock it off, or just like make a loud sound, because he was abused, like, pretty bad. So Like, he's the kind of guy who you just need to just take his mind off of it. You got a toy or you got a, you know, a piece of chicken, just take his mind off of it. Now he's thinking about me, and look at him. What a good boy. So good. Now he's worried about me and the chicken, and that way I don't get frustrated, and he doesn't get frustrated, and the world can just keep turning, guys. But I see people just screaming like hooray at their little doggies. It's terrible. Okay. Where did I get to? Okay. Oh, are there not a lot of mermaids in the New York area? I think I know a couple of mermaids in New York. Are there not? You should check out the Mer Network, Niara, and see if you can find any girls in the area. They do, like, people will post meetups in their area, and there's also, I don't know if you've been to the Mer Network, some of it's, I think, divided into pod sections depending on where you live in the world, so you might have a better chance of finding somebody that way. Sylvester Ogg, my niece is doing Part of Your World again. Oh man, I love that song. So good. Tabitha, you know, sometimes being part of a pod isn't all it's cracked up to be. You know what? There is some truth in that one. Sometimes it's just good to do your own thing, right? Sometimes you just need a piece of chicken. Do you need this piece of chicken? And that piece of chicken. Oh, what a good boy. Yeah, sometimes being in a pod can be more frustration than it's worth. Like, I kind of I didn't make my pod just kind of formed. I have, like, and it's always really complicated, right? What is your pod? Who is your pod? I have, like, my close-knit family pod of girls that I swim with that are also really good friends of mine just in life, just, like, outside of mermaiding, so we're, like, friends first, and then mermaiding became part of that. And then I have my pod of girls that I swim with that are mermaids. We were mermaid friends first, and then other friendships kind of formed out of that. And then there's, of course, like, the larger pods, who are people that I know mostly online that I haven't actually met in person, so it's all kind of part of it. But, you know, sometimes it's nicer just to swim with friends, even if they're not mermaids, because there can be a lot of drama and a lot of garbage that goes into mermaid pods and just the mermaid community just in general, you know what I'm saying? So, okay, Snoopy, don't forget on Halloween watch Devil Seed. Okay, I'll have to still add that to my list. Balloon. I hope there's no balloon behind me. Yeah, red balloons. That was good. That scared the crap out of me, man. I'm telling you. There's something about how that actor can make his one eye just drift off to the side is just the creepiest thing ever, man. It's amazing. It's so good. Okay, horror movie, Jaws versus Mermaid. Orca versus Mermaid. Sylvester, I'd rather give her the Chucky doll to replace that singing mermaid doll of hers. Aw, jeez. Okay, right the first time, so it's Tariel. I think she is one of the Lord... Oh, yeah, that's right! Yes! Right on, Lord of the Rings. Oh, man, I love Lord of the Rings so much. Larissa, no mermaid emoji. This is a crime. Yes, actually it is. If anybody out there in emoji land, why is there no mermaid emoji? I really actually feel like that's some kind of a sin. That's some kind of, like, figure it out now. I think I ruined it. I don't know what I did. One time I'm going to have this perfect and it's not going to bother me at all. It's going to be amazing. This is a good one. Niara. I always imagine that if there was a dedicated enough pod of mer people, we could go find an island with a nice reef and just live like mer people for a little while. Heck yeah. Larissa, I see an orca toy behind you. Yes, you do. Right, ping, right there. I was actually cleaning out my storage locker and I found him in amongst all my stuff. And I love him. He's super cute and super soft. Oopsie-daisy. Okay. Niara, I'm on Mer Network, but the place where I grew up is right on the border of the New England and Chesapeake pods, so I'm... Oh, jeez. Or I was too far away, yeah. Oh. Kimberly, anyone in California? Oh man, I love horses though. So Niara says, and now I'm in college, so I live in the boondocks of upstate New York. The city here is nice, but outside of it, there's just horses and trailers for tens of miles. I love horses. I really do. Tabitha, I tried Mer Network, but no one apparently was in my area, so I found them on Facebook. The leader of the pod is really nice, but she's kind of flaky, and I think sometimes I'm better doing my thing. Yeah. You know what? Like, there was a while back where I just kind of was like, and I'm taking it into my own hands, and meet up, and I did one, and it was just too much for me to do a second time. I'm really lucky where I am because NerdMade Faith, who's going to be joining me on my channel on October 31st, I'm just reiterating that for anybody who's new. So October 31st is going to be a special edition Tail Talk Tuesday with the NerdMade Faith, Halloween style, up in the house, and she's amazing. She just, like, one day just decided, like, okay, you're mermaids and you're mermaids, there's a pool, we're going, and I'll see you there. And people just connect. Like, I don't know how she does it. She just phoned me up one day. She's like, hey, there's like, the documentary's playing. Like, we're going. I'm like, okay, let's go! You know? It's so funny. It's like, it's really awesome. Yeah. Okay, where did I get to? Niara, I do have a mer friend from home, but her parents are very religious and so think mermaids are demons. Oh, geez. No. Oh, man. Yeah, parents. Parents are fun. Gotta respect our parents, though. Tony, I was watching a video of people playing D&D, like a drinking game, and near the end they broke out into drunken rendition of Part of Your World. It was interesting. Ooh. Chad, I know it's been a while since I've seen you, but your hair got wicked long. No, this isn't my hair, Chad. This is my hair. That's my hair. Right there. This is actually really starting to hurt, but I don't want to take it off, because I gotta get used to wearing it, because I'm gonna be stuck in it for a while. So I want to make sure I'm used to wearing it, which is why I've been wearing it for my live streams, because then I have to, like, at least act like I'm somewhat comfortable. But no, dude, like, my hair is, like, this short. My hair used to be longer than this, though, guys, if you can remember that, way back when, and it was all rotten and just disgusting. Just disgusting. Okay, I did not... Where did I get to? Snoopy. I did not like the way the mermaids looked in the Harry Potter movie. See, I don't really consider those guys mermaids. I kind of think of them like distant relations, kinda. I thought they were cool, as long as I didn't think of them as mermaids. So, what you gonna do? Sylvester, how about a Halloween game of basketball, you versus Faith? Guys, I don't know. I don't know. I have a feeling that even though I'm like this much taller than Faith, I still think she'd kick my ass at basketball. I don't know. I have this feeling. She's quite athletic. I'm not so much athletic. You want this piece of chicken? Is this what you want? Is this what you want? That's what you get right there. There it is. I'm pretty sure, yeah, she'd still kick my ass. Oop. I said a bad word. I try really hard not to let them fly on my channel, my goodness. If you know me personally, you know what kind of a feat that is. Okay, Chad, FYI, Kim's dad is playing in a band tonight. I'm feeling under the weather. Dude, feel better. That's no good. I think I remember seeing that on Facebook. Gotta feel better. Slip. What? Ooh, normal speak. I know, it's hard. I really try hard not to, guys. There's words that, like, sometimes they come out of my face, and it's just, like, I can't edit this, right? So, there you go. What are you gonna do? Yeah, Latuz. Faith is like a warrior mermaid. Yes, yes, she totally is. She is so... And, oh my god, can she swim fast? Oh my... Wow. Okay, there was... If you go and you watch my BC Mermaid Meetup, the latest one that I had, the video, I think I actually... In one of the clips, but you actually see her dive down, and, like, I'm moving the camera like this, like this. This is how fast it's going underwater. I was just like, whoop, because she just... like right by. I'm like, man, I'm such a like a lumbering, like I'm like a giant, just very slow, kind of like a really big, like, you know, she's like this really nimble little dolphin and I'm like this blue whale, you know what I mean? It's really funny. Okay, Niara, what's your question? Fire away, let's go. Ow, really hurt. I have a pinched nerve, guys. It's good. I can't raise, like, this arm doesn't go all the way up right now. Okay. Oh, this is good. Okay, so this is a great question. It's actually a really great question. We're actually gonna be, okay, part of this answer is actually gonna be in another video that I've scripted that is gonna be happening, that is gonna be awesome, and I'm gonna hopefully, oh, it landed in his hair. Alfie, no, come here. Come here. The chicken, it hit you in the head. Hold still. Come here. This chicken right there. Okay, so the question is, how do you react when you try to explain mermaiding / identifying as a mermaid to people, and then they try to tell you that you are not really a mermaid? And I love this. This is a really good one. Okay, this is the best. I love when people do this. Oh, you're not a real mermaid. Oh, your tail's not real. Oh, you're not a real mermaid. I'm like, well, I'm more real of a mermaid than you are. Like, okay, for starters. No, so my biggest tip when you're dealing with people, you kind of have to assess the situation. You know what I mean? Like, if you're dealing with kids, we'll start with kids and then we'll work our way up. So kids they kind of fall into a couple of different categories. They're the kids who are smart enough to know that they don't want to ruin the magic for the other kids, so they kind of go along with it. Then there's the kids who really actually believe that you're a mermaid, so you better not screw it up. And then there's the kids who stand there and make your life miserable, calling you all kinds of weird names and saying all kinds of things, just trying to really, like, get you to admit that you're not a real mermaid. And I love just not admitting it and just driving them crazy. It's really funny. But when it comes to dealing with kids, like, it's kind of hard, and if I know that I've lost a kid and they really just aren't buying it, they're like, no, well, whatever, I'll kind of play on the imagination side of it. You know, I'm actually working on a bit of a short story right now that I don't want to give too much, away, because I've actually already written, like, half of it down, but it's actually the story that I tell kids, which I'm actually going to put out there at some point, so I don't want to give it away. But it's actually the story that I tell that explains why modern day mermaids don't actually have their own tails and why we have to make our own tails. It's a good story. So, and thank you to my mom for inspiring me to finally write the darn thing, because it's been a couple years in the making. That's the last piece of chicken, buddy, so you better enjoy it. But as you deal with people, you're gonna find that being more, like, matter-of-fact with people and just, you have to, okay, this is, like, it's complicated, right? This is why this is why I have a script for the other video, okay? You have to accept you first, okay? Because if you accept yourself the way that you are, and all of your nice little flaws and your oddities and the good parts, you know, and the fact that this is something that makes you happy, once you're like, yeah, that's, you know what, that's just what I do, this is how I am, this is what I do, I do this is a job, it's also a hobby, and this is what I do. And if you're just a little bit more, like, matter-of-fact about it, people tend to be like, okay, so this is, you know, and it helps if you kind of rehearse what you're gonna say. Because it's just gonna happen. Like, I've encountered people who are like, what? Like, really? This is what you do with your spare time? Okay. And you just kind of have to shake those ones off. And, yeah, it can be hard. When people tell you, it's like, I never say, like, for sure. I'm never like, hey man, I'm a real mermaid. Okay? I'm very aware that I'm a human being and that I will drown and that I've got legs and all this thing. But I've chosen with my life, you know, I've got some sort of extenuating circumstances and things that kind of cloud over my world on occasion and kind of really bum me out. And I find that for me, my escape is mermaiding, swimming in a mermaid tail, you know, calling myself a mermaid, doing mermaid type things helps to keep me in a positive place. Sometimes if you explain that to people, it can kind of get them to back off if they know that there's other reasons that you do what you do. You don't have to go into depth. You don't have to be like, hey man, I have like X number of problems. This is what they are. You don't have to do all that. You can also, you know, it's, I'm not really sure how else to explain it without going into my story, but I want to say that. I want to say that. But it's also just accepting that, like, people who give you a hard time are also going to be people who, and you never want to assume, like, never make assumptions. This is something I'm going to go into. Never, like, if somebody's giving you a, like, an odd look, like, I have a really bad resting face. And sometimes I make, like, this face. And people will assume that I'm pissed or I'm mad at them or whatever, and just honestly, like, my face, I'm a tooth clencher and I make funny faces, and I have very sensitive eyes, so sometimes I make my eyes do funny things. And never assume that somebody's thinking directly about you. Stay in your own head. Worry about, like, what's going on in your head, and don't worry about, like, what other people are thinking about you and that kind of thing. And I don't want to go too much into it because I do have a really sweet video that's going to be coming out talking about all this good stuff. But if you do find people are giving you a hard time, it can be just easier just to be like, yeah, no, totally, yeah, no, I know I'm not a real mermaid, man, just, like, this is something I really enjoy, helps take me out of my element, like, or brings me into my element, it kind of takes me out of the real world, gives me a little bit of a break, it's really fun. You can talk about imaginative play, how it's really good for you, it kind of flexes some muscles, you know. You can talk about how it's a great workout. That's something that usually kind of fends some people off. They're like, oh, it's a workout, oh, yeah, okay, cool. Sweet, you know, and that kind of thing. So it can be a challenge, but with anything, like, I have friends who do mascotting, and otherwise known as the furry community, right? But they don't identify necessarily with that side, if you know what I mean, if you are familiar with any of that kind of stuff. They just really enjoy it, and it's very similar to what we do, where we wear tails and we do meetups and we do things and swimming and whatnot. So it all just kind of depends on what group you fall under, and not everybody is going to be as accepting, and that is something you're just going to have to accept. But remember, as long as you can accept yourself first, and it really won't matter to you, if you can really be like, hey, like, I'm fully aware that I'm a weirdo. I know I talk fast, I talk loud, I have a lot of weird things. I could talk like, you know, I don't like my nose, or I'm too tall, or I got big feet, or I'm a bit of a scatterbrain, I'm also dyslexic, like, I've got all these things that I could do a video on just talking about, like, all my insecurities and all my stuff. But I am, like, I mean, I'm 30 now, right? So I'm at that age where you just kind of start to accept yourself the way why doesn't that happen sooner in life? Man, if I'd been, like, 25 and been like, oh, screw the world, man, like, I'm awesome, you know, just, and I just move on with my life. But nobody can do that. But yeah, my biggest goal is, if you can keep the conversation you have with yourself in your head very positive about yourself, then that's gonna help. So it'll help you to deal with people. Also remembering, like, before you answer these questions, you can pause. There's nothing wrong with, like, so somebody asks you a question, they're asking a question, you can actually just pause. Like, this is not something regular normal people do anymore, but you can actually just collect yourself, just have a nice couple of breaths, and then answer. You don't have to answer right away. You don't have to be like, okay, I mean, don't take 10 minutes to answer a question, right? But, like, take a second, breathe, collect yourself, and then answer is also a thing. So, and most people are just concerned about themselves anyways, so I recommend subscribing if you haven't already, because it's going to be a sweet video when it comes out. It's going to be so good. I'm so pumped. I have worked really hard on my scripts. It's like, I don't usually script my videos. They're usually just fly by the seat of my pants, but this one I really wanted to tackle these, like, because I get these questions every single live stream, and I think it's important to have a legit video that actually tackles this. Okay, where did I get to? Okay, suspense. Yes, I know, I took a second to answer that because the chicken ended up in Alfie's hair. And Alfie doesn't know how to catch treats in his mouth. Like, if I toss him a treat, it hits him in the face. He's like, whoa. Like, where did it go? So funny. Okay, eat a storytelling. Yes, I know. Look what you guys do when you send me off down the rabbit hole of stories. That's just funny. But you know what? I like being able to share these kinds of things with you because, you know, I've been doing this for over 10 years, 11 years, something. So if there's a question you have, chances are I've encountered it and have an answer of some kind, and I just like to to share. So Chad says, I think it falls in line with those people who cosplay who are judged. Yeah, I know. It's very similar. People who are given a hard time just because they like to cosplay. It's like, you know what? It's an escape. It's something that we do. And you know what? There are worse things to be using as your outlet or your, as your outlet or your escape, okay? So let this not be the worst thing that happens to you, right? Tabitha. I entranced an older woman at our aquatic center with my tail. She saw it and me swim in it and was amazed. Oh, that's awesome. That's really good to hear. And you know, you're going to have people like that too, who are just super, like, they're into it. They're like, wow, like your tail, where'd you get it? How'd you make it? Can I try it? Can you make me one? Can we swim? Can we do, can I get your picture? You know, you got a website. Yeah, there's going to be those people too. And those are always really fun. I always really like those people. Alfie is saying, more chicken, please. He's mentally telling me this. Are you telepathically talking to Chad right now? Seriously? Really? He's licking his lips. He's like, really? Are you sure? Are you sure? You talking to Chad right now? He's like, yes, Ma, I really am, Ma, I swear. Okay, yes, resting face, yes, you totally get it, right? Like, I don't do it on purpose. When I used to horseback... When I used to horseback ride... Bobby, now you're just wanting more chicken. But see, the trick is not to give him the chicken to reward the barking. I make him do something else so that he doesn't associate the fact that he barked with getting chicken. Otherwise, he's going to start barking just for chicken. So, mental note. Make a note if you've got a dog. Sit. Right? Good boy. Left? Good boy. Sit. Good boy. There you go. And yes, he does actually do those things. I'm not just trying to sound all cool. My dog actually does know his left and his right. But yeah, so horseback riding, I would get really mad at myself if I screwed something up, like if I didn't have the good posture, if I was just slightly off, and I've got terrible posture, by the way. But, I would just be like, I'd just be so mad at myself. And one day the instructor takes me aside, she's like, did I do something? I'm like, no, what do you mean? She's like, I just, like, you look like you're really mad at me. And I'm like, no, I'm not, I'm mad at me. And I felt so bad. We had a hug and it was funny, but like, guys, it was embarrassing. I felt really bad. Oh, man. Niara, when I say I'm a mermaid, some people will not stop until I admit that I am not a real mermaid. I'll explain that mermaiding is a subculture and we refer to ourselves as mer people. Yeah, you know what? I really don't feel like there's anything wrong with that, and when I do eventually write my little short story, it will all kind of come to make sense to you all, and I'm super excited about that. But it's true, because you know what? Like, a lot of us, and it's pretty funny because a lot of us who are into mermaiding, like, we really like the ocean, or we really like water, we really appreciate this, and there's nothing to say that we couldn't have come and, like, descended from, you know, sea-dwelling type people. So, you know, I love, and these people are usually the people who just haven't got a stitch of imagination left from their childhood. It was just, like, obliterated by parents, teachers, friends, bullies, whatever, like, you know, as frustrating as it is, I usually feel more just sad for them than I do anything else. So, Kimberly says, nothing wrong with being weird. It's normal from one weird girl to another. Cheers. Nice. That's awesome. Okay, this is cute. I didn't know can you guys actually see my cheekbones here? I guess you can. Yeah, I'll show you. Just, I am coming right back. Don't go anywhere, guys. I use a couple of things. Oh, my nose hates me. Okay, so I use it. Oh, this is, dang it. That's not all of it, you guys. Why? Blah, blah. Where's the other stuff? There it is. Okay. Yeah, I've got so much mermaid stuff in my little cupboard. Okay, so I use a couple of different things depending on the mood that I'm in. If I'm feeling super mermaid, I use, okay, so let's start off. So I have anyways pretty high cheekbones, in case that wasn't painfully obvious, but I put on here, and now you can see my dark circles, hey, it's gorgeous. On my cheekbones, I actually use an eyeshadow that's a shimmery eyeshadow. It's that that one. And this is just like CoverGirl. I just grab whatever. I'm not like super makeup girl, so don't be all like expecting anything magical. But I'll put some of that on there, and then because it kind of helps this stuff stick for some reason. But this is just sparkles that I got. I don't even remember where these came from. I think my mom got these for me. But they roll on, and I've used these for years, and there's just like, I haven't used that much of it yet. But yeah, just like, it just rolls on, and then you give like a little sparkle, so. They do get everywhere, and I mean everywhere. I also use, sometimes so when I do the full face makeup, like when I do my mermaid scales and I do all the deal, I will do glitter starting like here, and then I'll have it kind of come down, and then like this, and then down here. If you get too much glitter in this area, from certain angles, it'll actually look like shadow, like you've got facial hair, so don't do that. But I use Mermaid Gold, and this was something I actually got in my was it Merlady box? Yeah, Merlady box. So I got that from those guys, and it's body and hair glitter, and it doesn't go on super, super glittery, but it looks just like that. And I take like a little bit of it, and I will put that like on my face. I will let it just get a little bit dry, and then I will roll on the rest of this stuff, and that stuff will stay in the water and everything. You can see it in the photos that I had underwater. Now I've got glitter everywhere. No! But yeah, so that's where the shimmer comes from, and this is the kind of thing, like, I will wear this kind of all the time. So the dark circles are kind of crappy, but what are you gonna do? That's something that I accept. I am the way that I am. What are you gonna do? I found another piece of chicken. You want it? Go get it! Whoa! Okay. Okay, Nyara, but some people won't even accept that. Yeah, it's true. Some people are just a little bit lame, and there's not a whole lot you're gonna be able to do with those people. You just have to, yeah. The more that you experience it, and the more that you encounter these situations, the easier it does get, I find, anyways. I don't get that often, just because I come off with this kind of like, this is what I do, this is how I do it, this is why I do it, this is my attitude, just, it is what it is. I don't need your approval, like, I do it for me, not for the rest of the world to judge me, you know what I mean? Like, so I used to be kind of wishy-washy about it, like, oh, well, yeah, I'm just kind of into, like, mermaiding and, like, stuff, you know? but people, in order, like, have that confidence, even if you don't have the confidence, just have the confidence. Just, like, act like you're confident, and it does make a difference. I think I might have to take this off. I have, like, a few minutes left, but it hurts. I'm not sure what part hurts, though. I think it's here. I think I've actually stuck, like, the bobby pin into my scalp. This could only happen to me, you guys. Oh, I think I fixed it. Huh. That's better. Okay, cool. Where were we? Kimberly, who cares what people accept? They can't even accept themselves. It's so true. It's so true. Like, that's the thing you really have to remember too, right? Like, people have a hard enough time accepting who they are that they're looking for things to pick at with you, and it's just like, oh, you know, it's kind of sad. Where did I get to? Snoopy, I was going to tell you a funny story, but it was more than 200 letters. Oh, geez. Chad, I told you he told me I wanted more chicken. Latoos. If anyone teases me that I'm not a mermaid, I become a bloodthirsty siren. Yes! Am I right? Take no hostages, guys. Oh, man. Snoopy, I like your 3 mermaid figures on your bottom shelf. Bottom shelf. On that shelf? These 2? Oh, here's a funny story. Okay, this is good. Are you ready for this? This was before I super, like, got into mermaiding and stuff. My mom, so she bought me both of these. So, for my collection, guys. This one is, oh my god, it's named Tori! I have to tell her! Oh my gosh. Sorry, one of my sponsored mermaids. Yeah, this is kind of funny. That's her name. That's so good. Anyways, this is the first one she got me. My mom got me. And I really loved that one. But it's the last of the set, and they don't make these anymore. And you're not going to believe what her name is and how it's spelled, because nobody ever spells my name right, which is really frustrating. But this is actually Courtney. Her name is Courtney, and it's really funny. So Mom got this for me kind of before I really got into the whole mermaid deal, and I was, at the time, I actually had hair like this length and whatnot, and I'm a super pale human being, so, or I mean mermaid, right? But yeah, so that was a really good one. Those were really nice. I would love more. But yeah, there's actually only 2 down there. I also have like a statuette and a few other things. I have a lot of mermaid stuff, guys. Way too much. Way too much. Okay, I'm out of frame here. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on. Okay, Nira, unfortunately I have to go do my homework. That's important. Good, do your homework. Mermaid approves. But thank you for the momentary escape. Oh, for sure. Maybe someday we will meet. Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Hang on, I've lost my spot again because it does stuff. Yes, Eric can confirm, Chad, that the glitter does get everywhere. And I mean everywhere. Like, he's found sequins. Okay, I don't even go anywhere near his golf clubs, and there's sequins. There was sequins in his car. There's sequins in my car, like in the front of my car. My tails are always in the back of my trunk. It's crazy. Like, Mermaid Moongazer came over and we were working on one of her tails. We were sewing some stuff up for her. And she had this crazy sequin blue fabric. And I am still, this was like, I don't even know, like half a year ago or something now? Like, I don't even know. I am still finding sequins. I'm not even kidding you. And I'm not a dirty person. Like, I clean every day. And I'm still finding sequins. Nuts. Okay. Oh, I found a way to keep my hair back. Ooh. Yeah, Charlie Brown is wishy-washy. Oh, I got a rock. I love Charlie Brown. I actually did the same art school course. Yeah. As, oh, I forget his name now. This is really embarrassing. I feel so bad. Oh, it was so long ago. Oh, man. I was just a kid. Where did I get to? Yes. The Great Pumpkin. Forever waiting for the Great Pumpkin. Yeah, sea turtles are pretty sweet, too. Charles Schultz, Courtney, come on. Like, what is... Oh, man. I am slow today, guys. I hear people talking too. Would you just chill? Is there really only 8 minutes left? I only have to survive in this thing for 8 more minutes. It's really crazy just how close it actually is to my hair color in this lighting, though. It is pretty funny. It's weird. It's weird. Okay, so, again, for any of you hanging out and such, don't forget, next week, Tail Talk Tuesday, I'm not wrapping this up yet, we still have 7 more minutes, but don't forget, so Faith is going to be on my channel. I'm not sure how I'm going to set that up so that we can both be in frame, but she is going to be here. We're going to be answering your mermaid questions, so make sure you guys have those ready and you come hang out, grab your chocolate goodies and your candy, you know, costumes welcome. I don't know if I'm going to get dressed up, but who knows? They'll be good. And yeah, and so that'll be a lot of fun. I'm super looking forward to that. I haven't done something like that before, so it'll be really good. Let's see. Okay, where did I get to? Tariel. Courtney, would you ever be able to come meet and swim with me that isn't near me or maybe in New York? Oh, that would be cool. I don't know if I'm ever going to make it to New York. You never know, though. I mean, I guess... I've really not traveled very much in my lifetime. It's funny, I come from a family of people who travel a lot. Like, my brothers, like, lived everywhere. I mean, everywhere. And my grandma's been everywhere. And I'm just like, I'm cool in my city. Well, thank you. You know, it's all good. Oh, Martin, you made it! Hey, welcome, welcome. Oh, yeah, I think everybody's had a little Charlie Brown moment in their life, you know what I mean? Like, I love Charlie Brown. Oh, it's so good. Oh, that's so cute. Okay, so Kimberly says, I am a mermaid who is totally in love with a dragon, and that's okay. You're damn straight that's okay. Oh, I did it again. My goodness, what is my problem today, you guys? Oh, I'm totally not PC today, guys. Oh, Where did I get to? Oh, thanks. Yeah, the hair. I know it looks good, but I'm still getting used to it. I think what happened is I've actually got it pinned, like, and I think I may have scratched my scalp or something that it's kind of hurting. But yeah, I don't know what's going on there. Latuz. Ooh, Courtney, have you heard Gabby Hanna's new song out loud? It's so good. No, I haven't. Not that I know that I have. I don't think so. Tabitha, if I'm done trick-or-treating with my son, I'll be here next week. I'll try. Oh, that'll be awesome. But don't rush. You have a lot of fun with your son, though. Halloween's important. I always remember what kind of a good time I had. My uncle and my mom would take me trick-or-treating in my grandma's neighborhood, and I always had a really good time. And I really miss that a lot. So there you go. You gotta treasure those moments, you know what I mean? Oh, yeah. Yeah, sequins are good. Snoopy, I like sequins. Yeah, it has combs, actually. It has one under here, and then one, like, underneath each of these. But the thing is like, I have a really big head. Like, I'm actually a pretty big girl. Like, I'm not, like, I don't mean like I'm just, like, I'm large. And my head is large. And therefore, like, regular-sized headbands and stuff are just naturally more tight on me, but this was the best way I could find to make this thing fit, because having it actually sit here just gives me like killer migraines, and I'm already super prone to migraines because I've got a whole neck to shoulder type situation. No. Tony, next Halloween Eric could be Charlie Brown and you could be the red-haired girl. Oh, and Elfie could be Snoopy. Oh, I would do that. But there's, it's kind of like an inside joke kind of thing with Eric's parents, and Charlie Brown, so I don't know if we would want to do that. That might be a bit awkward, but you never know. Oh man, Snoopy, I love dragons too. I love dragons. I used to get paid to design dragons for a living. Yeah, that was a good gig. I really missed that gig. I'm sad that it had to end, but that's what you do, man. That's just life. That's just life in this industry, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, dragons are fun, though. I'm very particular about my dragons, but I'm also just about out of time. Wow. I've never actually been, like, totally almost caught up at the end of... That's weird. Yeah, I love to draw dragons, too. They're a lot of fun. It used to be my biggest fear, actually, having to draw dragons was something that scared me a lot. And then when I got this job and then I ended up getting promoted, and I don't know, then I just was forced to get like better at it, and now it's something that I really enjoy and really miss doing, because what I work on now is not anything dragons. I mean, yeah. Anyways, so again, don't forget to tune in next week. If you guys aren't busy, come and join us, hang out. I might get candy, I might not, I don't know. We'll see. We'll have to wait and see what happens. I'm gonna wrap this up though, because my head is like burning and I really want to take this off. Even though I kind of miss I'm growing it out, you know, my hair is gonna be this long again one day, and maybe that'll just be sweet. Also, heads up, next week's Monday video, unless I have something edited, is going to be a hoop dance video. So I'm going to be wearing leggings. P.S. These are only available until November 1st in my shop, so if you want still the Halloween leggings, they're up there for a little bit longer. I'm super excited. I've actually made a couple of sales to people that I don't know, like not friends and family, so I'm so incredibly touched that people actually want to buy my stuff. I'm like, what is this? What? It's amazing! So I'm super pumped about that. So if you were one of those people, thank you so much. That's also shopvancouvermermaid.com is where all of my merch and stuff. There's no pressure for you guys to buy anything. It's just trying to find another way to sort of supplement my mermaid adventures and that kind of thing. And of course, a huge shout out to my patrons. If you guys are with me on Patreon, it's patreon.com/VancouverMermaid. I think it's in the description in case I really botched that. But yeah, if it wasn't for those guys, man, I'd be a lost little mermaid. So Really appreciate it. Plus, I'm actually going to have stuff to show, like, new behind-the-scenes stuff, so if you are one of my patrons right now and you're watching, there's things that are coming just for you guys to see first, and I'm so excited! So, on that note, now that I'm super jazzed and pumped, I think the dog actually has to go pee. He's giving me the look. He's giving me the eye. What do you think, buddy? Alfie? Ow! He's such a funny guy. Anyways, thank you so much for watching, you guys. I had a great night. I hope to see you next week, because it's Halloween. And on that note, I'll see you guys later. Okay, bye!